Now, I've made a lot of videos, especially recently, talking down on AI and how dangerous and awful it can be depending on how people use it in terms of creativity, making their own content, stealing from other people, all that kind of stuff. But I've also been very consistent in my opinion that it can also be very helpful. It could be a great tool for people to build off of and create something for themselves. It can help people ask more questions, become more curious, seek more information, because let's be honest, ChatGPT and then all these other AI bot things, they're not always right. I don't think there's ever going to be a time when they're ever going to be always right, but they are getting smarter and smarter in pulling in more information from more places. So I think now it's getting to a point where it's more right than wrong in most general cases. But today I am tackling ChatGPT with the most important question on every NBA fan's mind: who is the NBA GOAT? And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that ChatGPT is as objective as it can possibly be in its answer, in its conclusion, and we're going to keep digging this hole until we have every crevice of information that we need in order to get to this conclusion. So here we are right now. We're up on ChatGPT, and we're just going to get right into it. Tell me objectively. I spelled that. Oh, whoops. Gotta fix that bad boy. Tell me objectively, in your opinion, who is the greatest NBA player of all time? Boom. Ooh, okay. It's spitting out information now. When it comes to the greatest NBA player of all time, the debate usually revolves around two main figures, Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Absolutely agree. Both have had extraordinary careers, but the answer often depends on what criteria you prioritize: championships, individual accolades, longevity, impact on the game, etc. Michael Jordan, there you see his resume. I think we all pretty much know his resume at this point. 6 NBA championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVP awards, 4 All-Stars, 10 scoring titles, which still is so crazy to think about. I mean, has anyone even gotten close to having that, recently, ever? I don't think anyone's even come close to it. That is insane. His clutch factor is legendary with multiple game-winning shots and finals performances, notably 97-98. Let's see here. Jordan's impact on the game goes beyond statistics. His mentality, leadership, and unparalleled competitive drive set a standard. Couldn't agree more. Again, Michael Jordan, he's been romanticized, or at least his ideology and the way that he looked at the game and success has been romanticized and idolized for everybody basically that's ever watched him. Then we got LeBron James, 4 championships, 4 finals MVPs, 4 MVP awards, 19 All-Star selections, and counting. Very true. He's going to get a couple more. LeBron has had an incredibly long peak, staying among the top players in the league, even in his late 30s. His ability to adapt to different teams and systems while maintaining elite performance speaks volumes about his greatness. So, answer the question: who is the GOAT? Jordan is often seen as the greatest for his perfect finals record and his cultural impact. He revolutionized the NBA in the 90s. LeBron gets credit for his sustained excellence for over 2 decades. So far, ChatGPT is kind of hitting out the nail when it comes to these two players and why they have such great GOAT cases here. I mean, it's nailing it. Nice job so far. It's a matter of personal preference. If you value unbeatable dominance in the finals and a killer instinct, many would go to MJ. If you value longevity and versatility, then LeBron might be your pick. In the end, it's a blend of both eras and qualities. While I can't give you a definitive one is better than the other, these two are undeniably in the top tier of NBA. Listen, it's trying to be slick. ChatGPT tried to be slick with us here. It gave us answers based on preference, which is the right thing to do. It is absolutely the right thing to do. But I want an answer from ChatGPT. So, okay, hang on. But if you had to pick one, which would... Oh, hang on. So sorry. Pick and why? Give it to me. If I had to pick one, I'd choose Michael Jordan as the greatest. Here's why. Objectively. Flawless finals record, unmatched killer instinct, peak performance in his prime being, let's see, it says from 87 to 98. I mean, yeah, that might be a little bit stretching it in terms of his actual prime, but okay, I can certainly see the argument from its start to kind of where it dropped off. But I mean, okay, cool. His two-way dominance, very true. I mean, obviously winning defensive player of the year. I know there was that whole thing that happened, I think earlier this year or last year, where his numbers were being stat padded a little bit on the defensive end. But either way, nobody can deny that Michael Jordan was an incredible defensive player. He tried very, very hard on both ends of the floor easily. And global impact, very nice. Why not LeBron? There we go, ChatGPT. At least explain yourself. Be consistent with your reasoning, and this will end up being great. LeBron is right there, and if the question were most complete or versatile player ever, I'd probably pick him. Interesting. He's 4-6 in the finals, and while team context matters, the GOAT conversation does factor in championships at the highest level. I mean, listen, very, very true that context does matter. I mean, he had some pretty garbage teams that he dragged to the finals going up against amazing teams. I mean, obviously, everyone talks about, the Warriors winning the championship in 2015, right? But what no one really brings up is the fact that he didn't have Kyrie Irving or Kevin Love, his two best players, that entire series, and they still went 6 games. Like, it perfectly stands to reason that if his team was totally healthy in 2015, they probably would have won the championship. His peak, while incredible, isn't viewed as singularly dominant as Jordan's 91-93 or 96-98 runs. Really? I don't know about that. I mean, he was pretty singularly dominant in Miami, I'll tell you that much. While he's adapted and evolved his game, he hasn't always been the killer closer that Jordan was. That alpha closer edge gives MJ the nod in tightly contested GOAT debates. That's kind of where I'll put a little bit of pushback. I don't think people give LeBron quite enough credit for how clutch he's actually been in his career. He's had plenty of game winners in playoff situations and regular season situations, but I mean, I'll still give the edge to Jordan. But there it is, verdict. Michael Jordan is the greatest NBA player of all time for his unmatched dominance, flawless finals legacy, mental toughness, two-way brilliance, and transformative impact on the sport. LeBron might be the most accomplished overall in terms of longevity and statistical accumulation, but if you're building the ultimate winner in NBA history, you start with Jordan. There it is right there. Now, look, to be clear, obviously there's no way to objectively pick the GOAT of the NBA or the GOAT of any sport. It's all going to be subjective based on what you value most. This was just a fun way of seeing what, AI could think of with all the information that can pull at its disposal to kind of calculate whatever it thinks should be considered the GOAT for, X, Y, and Z reasons. Now, listen, I'm not going to argue with its results, okay? Because I am Team Jordan all day, every day. He is absolutely the GOAT for me. But please, let me know in the comments what you thought about ChatGPT's logic and reasoning, and until next time, peace.